Hello. If you have clicked on this video, then you probably overeat because otherwise, why would you click on this video? So I will not waste your time. Let's get right into it. This is how you stop it, why you do it. So you overeat because of emotions and habit, not because of any other reason. Food has become a coping mechanism for when you are feeling stressed, sad, angry, etc. And coping mechanisms and habits can be changed, meaning you can fix your overeating problem, and it's very simple actually, and you can start progressing today. So here's the cycle that I was in for years. I would push myself hard. Eventually, I would get tired or bored or feel like shit, and my willpower was gone. So I got some food to feel better, but then I felt like shit because I've eaten a lot more than I wanted to. Told myself I would stop tomorrow whilst eating, so I would still temporarily be feeling good while eating. Then I would push myself hard again, and I would feel like shit again. So how do you stop this? You stop this by changing your coping mechanism that you use when feeling uncomfortable. So step one, you need to become aware that you are doing this, which you are doing right now, so that's good, and become aware of what emotion you are feeling. Again, for me, when I overeat, I always felt some sort of uncomfortable emotion, like anger, anxiety, sadness, whatever, and I ate because I knew that it was temporarily gonna make me feel better. Obviously it wasn't conscious, it was like an unconscious habit. The same way when you have pain in your arm, you're probably gonna look at your arm. That didn't make any sense, but anyway, you get what I'm saying. So step two, you need to replace the mechanism. Before you grab food, insert a quick reset that breaks the loop. Move yourself, do a few push-ups, listen to calming music, take some deep breaths, but most importantly, observe your thoughts and realize you don't have to act on the urge to eat, and in a few minutes the urge will pass and get weaker overall. So, the same way, when you're talking with an idiot and you get the urge to kill him, you're probably not gonna kill him, right? Because, yeah, that's not a nice thing to do. So you don't act on the urge and the urge goes away, so you don't kill him, that's good. The same way you can do this with food. When you get the urge to overeat, you just think to yourself, wait a minute, I have the urge to overeat, but I'm not even hungry, bro. Like, you don't have to do it. And then you have to change your self-image to being someone who does not use food for emotional relief. So the same way, when you get the urge to kill someone but you don't do it, you don't look at yourself as a criminal because you're probably not a criminal, so you don't have the self-image of a criminal, so you don't kill the person. Same way, if you don't look at yourself as a person who uses food for emotional regulation, you are a lot less likely to eat for emotional regulation. And step 4, you have to get busy and get hobbies that you actually find fun, because when you're inside all day, at least when I was inside all day, I was like, bro, there's food in the fridge. I feel kind of shit right now. Let me go eat. Like, at the end of the day, you're a human. You're kind of an animal, and food feels good to eat. So why would you not eat? Your lizard brain doesn't really care about the fact that you're gonna get fat if you keep this up, or like, if anything, it even wants to do it more. Because in ancient times, you were fat. If you were fat, that was a good thing, because when you didn't have food, you had fat storages you could use for energy. So don't blame yourself for this. It's a normal thing for humans to do, in my opinion, to want to do this, because it kind of makes sense, but not in the modern world, and not if you want to stay healthy in this world. So yeah, but these are the 4 steps that have actually worked for me. I have tried therapy and coaching, but they didn't really work in the long run, because the root issue wasn't fixed. So with therapy, I thought I had an eating disorder, like, but I didn't. It was just a bad habit. So, do I have one more slide here? Wait, no. So you have to understand that the same way as habits take time to develop, they also take time for you to get used to not doing them anymore. And it's okay and normal if you fail. You just need to fail less, and failing less means you are already improving, and your brain is literally changing itself, because neurons that fire together wire together, which means neurons that don't fire together will stop wiring together, which means it gets a lot easier to not use food for emotional relief after some time because your brain is changing. So again, what I said before, I don't know, like if you manage to not act on the urge for 2 weeks straight, like you're probably not gonna do that at first, you're probably gonna fail a bit more, but if you manage to do this and fail less in general, your brain is gonna start changing, which means you are gonna get the urge less and less overall. So yeah, it's gonna take some time to get it fixed completely, but like I struggled with it for years. I know how shit it is, and again, I thought that was an eating disorder or that I was genetically predisposed, but these were not the truth. Turns out it was just a bad habit that I got used to doing, meaning it's not some crazy big huge problem that couldn't be fixed. And after realizing this, it took me about a month to completely stop. And if you're watching this video, then I would bet you are experiencing the exact same thing as I was, and that means you can stop this habit the exact same way. So yeah, you have to look at it like it's not the end of the world that you wanna eat food, bro. Like it's pretty normal probably. Like, and if you look at it from like an evolutionary perspective, it's probably even like good in a sense, because in caveman times, if you had food that you could overeat on you and you did, that was a good thing, because again you could survive for longer because you had more fat on your body. But we live in 2025 now, so that's not very helpful, right? But like you're not fundamentally flawed is the main thing. Like it's normal, you don't have to blame yourself, you just have to do it less and fail less, and eventually I promise you the urge will get like 50 times weaker, because I struggled with it for years, but when I did this, it took me about a month to drop this, so I'm pretty sure it works. And if you want one-on-one help from me, why did I say so weirdly, bro? If you want one-on-one help from me, click the link in the description. And again, I genuinely hope this video helped, because the amount of shit that's out there on the internet about overeating is like kind of fucked up, because it's not the end of the world that you want to eat, and you don't have to get on Ozempic to lose weight if you struggle with this. You just genuinely have to get a different coping mechanism for when you're feeling uncomfortable to emotionally regulate yourself. So like, just go outside, bro, and just do anything else other than food, like listen to music, draw, I don't know, play games, whatever you want, like work, read, anything else. And eventually when you do it long enough, your brain will get used to it, and it will stop linking food to feeling uncomfortable, because you're gonna fix feeling uncomfortable through a different coping mechanism. But yeah, I hope this helped, and if it did, then like the video. If you didn't like it, then don't. It's my first video, I didn't want to waste your time, because it's not that complicated, bro. But yeah, hope this helped.